Hey everyone, I'm Tyler Wysong, and today we're going to be talking about breathing. And how do I know if I'm breathing correctly when I'm singing? That's a question I get all the time. So let's go ahead and jump in, talk about that today. You've probably all heard it said, breathe from your diaphragm or sing from your diaphragm. That can be very helpful for some people, and it can be very confusing for other people. So let's clear this up real quick. The diaphragm is a muscular membrane, and it kind of sits up here at the ribs, right at the bottom of the ribs here. And it looks almost like if you took a basketball and chopped it in half, very loosely, right? And when you breathe in, the diaphragm kind of flattens out and helps to push the viscera, the organs, down and forward. That's why your stomach will poke out like that when the diaphragm comes down. And then when you exhale, it comes back to normal, to resting position. That is it can be confusing to know if you're doing that right. I mean, you can't see your diaphragm other than possibly the stomach coming out, but even that can be forced. So I want to give you a very simple yet effective exercise you can do to start training the respiratory muscles to be more efficient and to help do a little bit more work so that it can take the work from your throat away. It can help balance that effort out. So it's very, very simple. What I want you to do is take your arms, put them up over your head. And I know my hands are out of the frame at that point, but they're touching like this up over my head. Now take in a breath. Exhale. Do it again. Now you need to ask yourself, what am I feeling as I'm doing this? As I exhale that way, I feel like I can take in a very long breath actually. My lungs feel very expansive, they feel very open. I feel like my ribs have kind of moved off of the lungs. I feel like my chest is just a little bit higher. I feel like almost more of a 360 breath as opposed to just my stomach coming out. So this is called the noble posture, and the way to get in that noble posture is just put the arms up over your head. Now, if you do this and slowly bring the arms down, you want to keep the chest here because you don't want the chest to collapse like this. That completely changes everything. So for me, breathing when singing is so much more about the posture as opposed to just the breath. Because the posture that the body is in will make the air coming in feel very differently. Because when I breathe in this way, it feels very different than if I breathe in like this. Completely different, actually. So give that a shot without making any sound, but then ultimately what you want to do is take any of the vocal exercises you're working on and put your arms up over your head. So if you say, I'm telling you, that feels really good when I do it like that because I've now recruited some of the bigger muscles in my torso and in my body to be involved in the process of assisting making this big sound up there. But I feel really almost nothing in my throat, and that's the point. That's the point of putting your body in this noble posture, is to take effort away from the throat, bring it back down into the body, so that way the sound can just come up and come out, and it feels nice and floating, and pretty effortless actually up there. It still takes energy. Don't get me wrong, I'm giving that energy, and that's the whole point of putting the body in this position, is it makes you more efficient at giving the right kind of energy. Once you do that in your exercises, play around with this in all of your exercises. See if you can vocalize this way and then bring the arms down and make it feel as close as you can when the arms are down to how it felt with the arms up. The next thing you'd want to do is see if you can maintain this good posture and more efficient way of breathing and using the respiratory muscles when you're singing a song. Realign yourself. And if you say, I dare you to move, I kind of bent over there at the end, but you get the idea. You want to keep that same posture throughout the entire song. Not to be rigid, but to practice the noble posture when you're actually singing a piece of music, and you will feel a difference, hopefully. So practice this. I really do hope that this helps a lot of you out there. I know this is can be a very frustrating and confusing topic out there. So when in doubt, get those hands up over your head to remind your body a better way to breathe when you're singing. So if you did like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and hit subscribe to my channel so that you'll be notified when I release more videos like this one. Until next time.